Everyone's very concerned about their health right now, and I don't have any cures for coronavirus, but I have been a licensed massage therapist for the last 10 years with a strong interest in naturopathic medicine and dietary food medicines, a lot of which we have in our gardens, in our yards, and are very, very easy to grow and to identify and share with each other if you happen to find them. First of which is sage. We all know sage. Sage is antiviral. It's also really good for respiratory infections in any way that you consume it, whether it be in your foods, as tea, in tinctures, which you can infuse oils with sage, and there's lots of different videos out there. This is more about identifying which plants are good for you. Here in the back we have rosemary. This is a lower growing variety with these purple blossoms here, and you can see the bees are really loving that. Rosemary is antibacterial and antiviral. It's an amazing antiseptic. You can boil it, use that water as tea, you can use it as mouthwash, you can clean your house with it. You can have rosemary raw, you can put on potatoes, whatever you like, dry or fresh. Fresh is probably most potent. Dry works as well. And so then moving on, we have another version of rosemary, and you might see this kind of growing in Texas more, the stand-up version of rosemary with the white blossoms as well. This is going to have the same properties for you. Now over here in the cool section where there's a lot of shade, this is what garlic looks like when it's growing. And if I were to dig down, you'd be able to see that we have real garlic here, okay? And so if you plant a bulb from the grocery store with the little root side down, you can have your own patch of garlic year round. And now, a few years ago, I had a really bad case of bronchitis, and they gave me 2 different doses of Z-Pak, which is a strong antibacterial. And I had this bronchitis for 2 months. And after, I couldn't take it anymore, so I started eating 5 cloves of raw garlic every day for 5 days. And at the end of that week, I was almost symptom-free. And I swear to you, it was the garlic that healed me. And I'm not saying that garlic will heal the coronavirus, okay, but these are all things we can incorporate in our diets that will help you when you are feeling sick. Now, here's the thing. You don't want to overload on garlic or its counterpart, onion, which I'll show you over here. Garlic and onions. This is a leek, but green onions. And onions, when they sprout up, they look like this. And so garlic and onions are things you want to consume maybe like once or twice a week, because if you overload your body with antibacterials, you're killing off good bacteria too. So you want to make sure you're having a lot of natural probiotics from things like kombucha, or there's a whole list of raw foods that have probiotics in it. So you want to make sure you're having probiotics. If you're going to be consuming any kind of antiviral foods to keep you healthy in general. Now, this potted oregano just went through a freeze, so he's really kind of he's a little lighter colored, but you can see here the nice fresh blooms coming up, and this plant's going to become gigantic. But oregano is one of the best antiviral plants that you can use. It'll withstand almost hardly all these conditions. This has been outside in the winter, and I've barely even tended it. And so you can use extract of oregano, you can eat it in bulk, you can infuse it in olive oil. You would dry it and put it in olive oil and shake it every day for a week, and that would infuse it. There's all sorts of recipes about how to do that. Oregano will definitely kill cold sores. I promise you, it's an amazing plant to have on hand at all times. And another plant that you'll be surprised to learn is antiviral is a dandelion. So they're free, they're everywhere, and you can make dandelion tea out of the leaves. Just wash it like you would any produce, And so that's going to be something really wonderful for you. Now, a little upper level plant. If you're someone who has respiratory conditions, which I know we're really concerned about, we can use different herbs. One of them, here, before I move, sorry, I'm a little all over the place, a little hummingbird in my own garden. This is fennel, and fennel is antiviral. And this is actually invasive, so I'm not going to promote growing it in Oregon, but if you can maybe grow it in a pot or something and keep it contained, fennel is also antiviral. Now for that next level respiratory plant that I wanted to show you. It's called Angelica. And so here it is. It's really young. It's in its 3rd year, and so these will definitely throw off big, beautiful flowers. This is an extremely powerful plant. It's very easy to grow. It withstood many winters and freezes, and so you can use the root. I would definitely look up how to use this and not just go diving into it, because it can be toxic. It can be toxic to pets, but it is a time-old used for asthma. It is just, if you just look up Angelica and how to prepare and use it, if you're someone with asthma or respiratory problems, this is your jam. Also, this will correct menstrual issues and help you out if you're a girl, among a lot of other amazing medicinal properties. But we're focused on respiratory and antiviral, and let's go to the front yard where I've got a couple more plants I want to show you. Oh, all right, so we're in the front yard. I really like to promote gardening. This is usually our food bed. This is some sprouted cilantro, which will eventually give off coriander. Coriander tea is antiviral. Let's move over here though. So for the big ones, I really want to show you something special. Now, this weed, peppermint, is amazing. This peppermint here will kill cold sores. It is antiviral. It will spread like wildfire. It will survive almost any condition in the United States and come back every single year. And I have so much of it here that I could just clip it. And now see, if you pull it out like this, you're gonna end up pulling it from its root. Now this is okay if you want to share it, maybe with a friend. You could put this in some water and then let the roots kind of sprout a little bit. You could then replant it. It would be a cutting. Now, if you don't want to just be ripping up all your peppermint, obviously get some scissors and just cut it to about where the healthy shoots are coming out. And then that stick here, you can pull the leaves off and make yourself some fresh peppermint tea. So later I'm going to cut all this down and I'm going to share half of it with the neighborhood with a little note talking about making peppermint tea, so that other people can benefit from the antiviral properties. Here's some more sage, which we've already talked about. This is just a different variety. Again, antiviral, antibacterial. Some people do dry it and burn it in the air. It does cleanse the air. You would have to burn a lot of it to cleanse all the air, but certainly oil of sage and raw sage is going to be amazing for your diet for those antibacterial and antiviral properties. We're crawling over here. The last order of business, and my favorite on the list here, is lemon balm. Now, lemon balm is incredible. I mean, I saw a hummingbird over here trying to get some of the seeds. You know, the bees love it. People love it. It's antiviral. It will kill cold sores. I promise you that. And it is delicious. Something's already munching on it over here. We get our ladybugs in. Anyhow, so this is what lemon balm looks like. And you can identify it just by crushing a little bit of the leaf Smell, it smells just like lemon, just like lemon. So this is delicious. You can add this to your desserts. You can add this to your ice cream. You can add this to your cooking. You can make tea with it. You can eat it raw. It is amazing. So, and as you can see, it will just come back every year like a weed. So you really gotta keep an eye on it. But if you get extra, heck, share it with your neighbors. That's what it's all about, right? So as you can see, in just my garden alone, things that look like weeds are true medicine. And with food shortages as they are, you know, it's really important that we keep our immune systems high. So at any, you know, first sign of sickness that you may have, of anything, a cold, we're talking, right? You want to start incorporating these herbs in your diet as well as the probiotics, so that you can have a nice balanced system. A lot of these medicines have other benefits, a lot of them especially anti-inflammatory, and helps with your stomach, like peppermint. Peppermint is amazing if you have IBS, gas, or any kind of indigestion. Peppermint tea will set you up proper, I promise you. So thanks for listening to me ramble on. I hope any of this was helpful. Feel free to criticize. I'm not a doctor, but you know, just getting a good conversation going. I love you. Thanks for being here. Have a beautiful day. Stay healthy and don't be too afraid to hug each other. You know what I mean. All right, peace.